Today I'm going to review and test the newly released Lasfit LAair All-In-One LED headlight upgrade. How does this tiny light compare to others in the same category? Well, we're going to find out together. Hello everyone and welcome back to Car Light Reviews. This is where I perform consistent automotive light tests to help you make the best purchase decision, see better and be seen better when driving, and of course save you some money. And here we are with another light that you've asked me to review and test, the Lasfit LAair series. Now it's been a while since I tested a Lasfit light on this channel, and this would be the first all-in-one style from Lasfit in my test catalog. So this should be interesting for sure to see how it stacks up against the other all-in-one style lights that I have tested. And speaking of which, all-in-ones seem to be becoming more and more popular in the marketplace. In fact, I've got a few more of them lined up to be tested, so you're going to see a series of them in the upcoming releases here at Car Light Reviews. Now, they typically do not perform as well as the style with the external driver because they're usually much more compact and have different types of components. But as you can tell by my testing, they are evolving to become better and better as time goes on, and this applies to all LED headlight upgrades. So will this Lasfit LA series contribute to showing that trend? Well, we are going to find out, starting with getting a good look at the design and materials, cover some of the manufacturer specifications, and then see how it does in my projector and reflector tests and more. So let's take a look. Anti-static gloves. User manual. But like almost all of the LED headlights that I test, these are plug and play. You just replace the one that came from the factory and pop this one in and aim it and you should be good to go. Okay, now that I got them out of the box, let's start things off with my initial observations. This is the standard all-in-one design. It's very compact. It's close to halogen design. It does run a little bit long. There's another view right there. The body is all aluminum and it feels pretty solid, and it has some nice design elements running along the main portion here, and it even has a little teeny tiny Lasfit A right there, the same as that one right there, that I'm sure most people will miss. It has some ventilation on both sides of the fan housing, and it does have the fan firing perpendicular to how it is mounted, and in most cases that would mean that it is firing straight up when it's mounted in the headlight assembly. And I did measure from the trailing edge of the collar mounting tabs to the back of the fan housing, and that is 31 millimeters if you need to make sure that this fits behind your dust cap. So now let's talk about the published specifications. Lasfit says that the LAair series has 35 watts each and 3,800 lumens each, which is a lot more honest and realistic sounding compared to a lot of the published lumen specs. Color temperature of 6,000 K. It has a CSP flip chip, an IP rating of 67, an hour rating of 30,000. It does not have an adjustable collar. And of course, it does have this fan for heat management and an internal driver somewhere buried inside. The warranty, common 1 year, standard stuff. Price at the time of this video before discounts per pair is $79.99. Now, there's usually some really good coupons on Amazon to cut that price down by quite a bit. And I always make it easy by putting links to where you can get these in the video description. And if you like the test results that we're going to see later on in this video, using those links helps me make more videos just like the one you're watching right now. No additional cost or effort to you, and I appreciate it very much. So the numbers, at least published spec, so the published numbers don't seem to be inflated and they seem to be honest, and for an all-in-one unit, it seems to be reasonable. But let's find out how well it performs in my test environment. And before we get to that, I definitely encourage you to watch the 1-minute video that I made that covers my test methods and also the importance of aiming headlights and picking the right headlight for your vehicle and needs. And something that you really need to be aware of if you're not already is the legality of using LED lights like these as halogen replacements. Now, I mention this in every video for all new viewers for a reason, because it's important to be educated on these things, and there's way too much misinformation out there, which is why I made this channel to begin with. So now, let's get to the testing of the Lasfit LAair series LED headlight, starting with the projector. In my projector housing, 1,474 lux, or 749 over the halogen 725 lux measurement. Not bad. This is in third place in initial projector brightness for all of the all-in-one style lights that I've tested so far, right behind the Fahren 2023 Terminator and the Auxedo Q16 that I tested in the very first video that I made for this channel. And by the way, I don't include the Lasfit LS Pro Series in this particular comparison because it is a very different design for an all-in-one LED headlight upgrade. And after 27 minutes, the average commute time in the United States, it retains a slightly better than average 78% of that light output, resulting in 1,140 usable lux, 415 over halogen. That moves this into the fourth place in terms of projector brightness over time. The Firehawk unit is just 32 lux brighter in the projector over time test, as it has a bit higher output light retention at 88%. So, the Lasfit LAair Air holds its own for projector brightness for an all-in-one. Let's compare the light output to halogen. I'd say that the projector light output for the Lasfit LAair Air is about average. The cutoff is good and is reasonably close to the hot spot, so it should use the light output efficiently. The common weak spot here in my testing might be a bit larger than average. It's hard for me to tell for sure. Overall, I don't really have any concerns about the projector light output, but let's see how it does in the more difficult to control reflector output. 2,660 lux, or 1,750 over the halogen 910 lux. Once again, still in third place when it comes to reflector initial projector brightness for all of the all-in-one style lights that I've tested so far, and still right behind the Fahren 2023 Terminator and the Auxedo Q16. And after 27 minutes, keeping that 78% of the light output over time, you get 2,075 usable lux, 1,165 over halogen. This time, it keeps ahead of the Firehawk by 69 lux, holding on to that third spot, still battling against the Fahren Terminator and the Auxedo Q16. Now, let's see how well it looks compared to halogen. This one was hard to judge. It seems that the cutoff for the reflector is a bit higher in relation to the hotspot than with the projector. It might be losing a bit of control here. Again, hard to tell for sure. So you could say that I have slight concerns with the reflector output, but not much. You might not have the same issues I do if you have a different reflector housing than what I test with. As mentioned, there is a published rating of 35 watts per light, and I observed 26.2 in my testing. For heat management after 27 minutes of runtime, the average commute time in the United States, my thermal camera recorded 236 degrees Fahrenheit or 113 degrees Celsius for the entire unit. That's not terrible for an all-in-one unit, as the driver is internal and does add to that heat number. And I always mention other lights that I've tested in my videos because I believe the main reason you guys watch my videos is to see how the lights that I test stack up to each other. And the best way to do that is by reviewing my test data, which I put into a spreadsheet that I offer, and it is 100% free, and I link to it in every description of every video. So you can compare all of my test data to help you easily understand which light is best for your needs and budget based on my testing. And I update that spreadsheet with every video, so have a look. And I recently updated it a bit to order it by newest to oldest descending. Plus, where applicable, I now show averages of my test data of all the lights that I've tested to make comparison easier on an average level. And since you're watching this far, I'll give you a bit of a hint of something that I'm working on. I am improving my test environment to be able to see the light output much more accurately. I'll also be reporting accurate color Kelvin temperature output, as I know a lot of you have been wanting that, so stay tuned toward the end of the year for more details. So here's my conclusion and buying advice. The Lasfit LAair Air was close to the Fahren Terminator and Auxedo Q16 in my output tests, so you might be wondering which one to buy, and my advice is this. The Auxedo Q16 is bigger, brighter, and less expensive, but it does run hotter and might have much less light retention over time, meaning that the quality and longevity is in question. The Fahren Terminator 2023 is also less expensive and does have better light output over time, but also runs hotter. So first, I would suggest that you see the light output test videos that I made for the Terminator 2023 and Q16 to ensure that the light output is to your liking, and I will link to those videos in the description so you can check them out. And if that doesn't help you to make a decision, I'd say at that point, let price be your guide. If you can get one cheaper than the other after using coupons and discount codes, I don't think you can make a wrong decision between the three of them. And I put links to each video description that'll take you to where you can get the lights that I review. I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again, that if you found any of my videos helpful, using those links helps me to make more videos just like this one, and I really appreciate it very much. And as always, thanks for the suggestions and support of Car Light Reviews, and thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you to choose the right lighting upgrades for your needs so you can enjoy your car more and save you money. Now say it with me. Be sure to keep your headlights aimed correctly and drive safely, responsibly, and respectfully.